Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your dual dab of the day. Today is Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Well, I hesitate to do this as a topic, but I have no choice because I'm an honest person and I always tell you guys what's happening. Knocking wood. I actually had a triple header yesterday. I actually had three doctors I went to that had positive things happen. I kid you not. So, I went to a psychiatrist to give me my medicine, my anxiety medicine and stuff like that. See me in 3 months. Don't worry about coming in sooner. Thank God. Next one. Went to the dentist because I was having such pain over here. It's like I felt like the lion and the Christian in the Coliseum. He pulled that little thing, and I'm like, oh my God. And it started to feel so much better because I had food caught in the temporary. Third doctor. I went to the foot doctor. That can go any which way because they start going, boy, oof. Limited pain, over in 5 minutes. Pleasant experience at the foot doctor, which is unusual. So, and I decided to talk about it this way, although those are relatively innocuous doctors, those are not the surgeons, they're not the neurologists, they're not the pain doctors, they're the low-hanging fruit doctors. But when you can move baby steps in a world of no movement, it feels really good. When you can have a positive thing happen in a world of, frankly, all negatives, when you can have a non-painful doctor visit in a world of constant pain, they become miraculous. You don't want to give yourself a jinx, but you have no choice but to rally on these things because it's all you have to rally on. So many of you, I'm sure, have experienced this, where you've had a long dry spell of nice things, difficult times. Little thing comes, and it becomes a really good thing because it's a little positive. Now, you and I both know, I can start limping today, my tooth could fall out tonight, and the medicine could turn me into a maniac. And I could have, on the way home last night, been hit by a car. God forbid. But you have to seize these things when they happen. That's why I want to talk about it. I didn't want to hide it from myself or from anyone. I wanted to understand and express what happened and try to duplicate it. That is the key. The key is duplicating it. The key is taking it, not just rallying it and saying, oh, wow, now I can move my feet in front of the other today. The rallying cry is, wow, some things happened. Now let's make other things happen. Not so easy. It's just not so easy. But it's nice to have a day that wasn't the day from shit once in a blue moon. So, what do you do when you get these situations? Well, first of all, you can't be like an elastic band and go boing, now let's go jogging. Can't do that. Need to remember what's going on in your life. Remember what put you here. Not about your back pain. Remember that. You're still going for your spinal stimulator and that stuff's still falling hard on you. It's about those things that were gnawing, that kept coming from different angles at every second. You need to slow that down and try to start dealing with one thing at a time. You've been in a frenzy. How many people out there are literally in a frenzy, a health frenzy? It's where I've been. That's the right word for it. I've been in a health frenzy. Frankly, I've been in a pain frenzy. I've had pain in so many different parts of my body, so severe, you don't know which one to deal with first, and Maslow's law doesn't help. Because it's you. When you're working on it, you're in the heat of the battle. It don't matter. And these times when you have a brief respite are the times to echo and to talk about what's been happening so you understand it better. Kind of what I call a situational autopsy. But from our experience, we know that as you start to psychologically feel better, what's going to happen is you're going to want more interpersonal interaction. You're going to want more with Mrs. Stoner. You potentially get angry when you don't have that, when you feel a little better. And then you're going to want to do more physically. And Each thing that I just said is counterproductive. You should not push Mrs. Stoner or your significant other to do anything different than they always do for you. I hate to say it. And you should not push your body to do anything different than you normally do. You need to make sure that these things are not anomalies. You need to make sure that these things can stick. You need things that stick. You need meat on the bone in order to make changes. Otherwise, it's just drifting around and being blown by the wind. So it's very important that you look at these little things that are happening, and they are little things, nothing major. You look at these little things that are happening as what they are, frankly, okay? Small situations that are changing, okay? These are not the big ones. The big ones we still have to tackle. We still have to find out what causes you the facial pain, and we still have to find out if the neurostimulator is going to work for you, for your spinal pain. Those are the two big kahunas out here, okay? And you know what? You just have no choice. I talk about it all the time because doctors always ask you, are you going to harm yourself? Do you feel like you'd harm yourself? Would you do harm to yourself or others? And I know to answer the question properly because if you answer it wrong, they're going to put you in handcuffs or they're going to call the police and you're going away to the padded cell. So, you all know I've been feeling pretty rough lately, okay? Rough like don't want to go on. And that happens. We have to be honest with each other. That happens. You feel like that sometimes, okay? I don't understand why the psychiatric system in America doesn't understand that people can say that. You say that, they slap handcuffs you on it, they're not going to say that, and they're going to kill themselves, you're never going to help them. It's crazy. But let's take our dab of the day first with our Carta. And then we'll move on to our Puff Go Peak. Hope this sets up everybody nice for the day. Let's get that dab going. Very nice. You know, one of the things I try to be, the new me, over the last 4 or 5 years, a realist. I used to think anything was attainable. Sales guy. I used to think, doesn't matter what it is, I can do it. Puffco need to charge. I used to think it didn't matter because I was senior stoner and I can take care of anything. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So you've got to really measure what you do when you get those little pluses. You don't want to screw it up for yourself. Don't do too much. Don't think you're fine. Make sure you understand that these are baby steps. You've made a few little baby steps. And take them and enjoy them. But do not make them more than they are because you can hurt yourself physically. This is the real senior stoner saying be careful when you have something positive happen. Do not misunderstand what's happening. This is the real senior stoner. Cheers.